Hey everyone, AmberFrmThVault here. Welcome back to Yes, Your Grace. We're going to go ahead and check this out. I did get it for less than $5 on Nintendo during a sale. So this is part of the $5 and less games. That doesn't mean you'll find it for $5 if you go to purchase it now, but I have seen it frequently on sale. So let's go ahead and check out Yes, Your Grace. I'll be back.
It's week 60. I assume that there are 52 weeks maybe of this since it had said a year ago. Let's go ahead and talk to him first. I know we have some very pressing issues now, but considering last week's incident, perhaps we should think about securing your heir, Your Grace. Years are passing by and none of us are getting any younger. If you don't have a rightful heir, Iva will be next in line. He's not a bad person, but it's likely Davern would just become part of Atana. Okay. We're working on it, I guess. I guess we're trying to have another kid. Rest assured, Aurelia and I are working on an heir. At this age, it's not easy anymore. Of course, 3 daughters is already plenty, Your Grace. Let me worry about this once we have dealt with Redovia. So we need another baby. Your Grace, a nearby river has dried up. The residents have been carrying water to their homes from the lake for days now. I helped them with my horse, and now they have extra water safe for a few days. I made sure they knew it was thanks to the king. Awesome. Okay. Next. Your Grace, it is I, Noeski, the Dragon Slayer, bowing low before you, also known as Grafos the Great, Wanos the Wise, Pieter the Powerful. The royal wedding was fantastic, well, until, you know, the food was first class. But amongst all of the pleasures, I didn't have a chance to introduce myself. What? Who are you? I didn't quite catch that. Who are you again? But you've never heard of me? It is I, Noeski the Dragon Slayer. I killed the dragon in the Eastern Forest. Would you like to hear about my fierce battle with the foul Verm, Your Grace? It's pronounced as a V, right? I'm not great with my German. With pleasure, I guess. I'm all ears. All right, the beast was fast. Its sharp claws could tear human skin with absurd ease. I stole into its home forest with great care and planned a path to its defeat. The dragon's nest was at the very top of a mighty oak tree overlooking a rushing river. Clever as I am, I noticed that the nest was full of hatchlings, mucky little dragon puppies. I chopped down the tree while the big one wasn't there. The great oak creaked, groaned, and fell straight into the furious river underneath, taking the dragon's young with it. Sounds very cruel so far. The squeak of the little dragons carried far, oh my god, and the big beast herself appeared. Desperately trying to save her babies from the brutal current, she kept crashing into one boulder after another. At last, she dragged her battered body onto the shore, but the weakened creature was no match for my mighty arm, and the beast was no more. After all, wit and brains come before strength and fists. Remember that, kids. I mean, Your Grace. Impressive, isn't it? After that, the other adventures, of course, I traveled to Davern seeking further challenges, so I have come straight to the king. Now tell me, Your Grace, what evil creatures await me here, straining your beautiful land? Sure, there's a monster. Peasants mention the occasional basilisk or some other monster. All of these nightmares are nothing to our real problem, Redovia. Redovia? Well, I've never heard such a creature. What is it? What does it do? Emit gas? Crush men's bones under its heavy hooves? Breathe fire? Everything at once. Redovia has an army. They are fierce and brutal, and they are coming after my daughter. An army? I see. Well, that is one hell of a challenge. I can help, though. They call me Grafos the Great for a reason. Over the years of my adventurous career, I have met a lot of people, even more owe me their lives. I will give you all I can, soldiers, supplies, and I will stand at your side in the battle. I reckon I can gather 180 men, and 5 supplies will also come in handy, I'm sure. And in return, I ask for... Oh, absolutely nothing at all. I'm a noble, upstanding knight. I live to serve, help, and, well, to be famous. Noeski, aiding the Battle of Davern is a real battle. They will write fine songs about this. I have found this large tooth. It looks like an animal tooth. Would you know anything about it? That is an impressive tooth. It must have been one hell of a beast. Do you know where such a tooth could have come from? I wish I could tell you a heroic story about defeating such an imposing beast, Your Grace. But sadly, I can't because that tooth is not of my collection. I don't think so, anyway. I wish it was, though. Can I buy it off of you? Absolutely not. No, Noxie. Maybe it's Noxie. Noexi? I don't know. I need this tooth to prove my innocence to King Ivo. Maybe after the royal trial. That's all. All right, as you please, your grace. Your grace, I came from the tavern. The business was going so well, but lately I've had troubles and it's all getting out of hand. The tavern became a great place for everyone to gather and have a good time, but some local panders saw an opportunity to use this as a place to find customers. At first it was fine, just some girls lurking around every now and then. Now the tavern has turned into a brothel. People are only visiting for the girls. Although my sales have gone through the roof, I've got to say, it attracts customers. But the panders essentially took over my tavern. And they cause all sorts of trouble, as you can imagine, your grace. Almost every week I have to deal with these disrespectful, violent men. I'm scared they'll soon take over the tavern completely and leave me with nothing. On the other hand, if I kick them out, they will just relocate to another pub. I'll lose all my customers and we'll have to close down. Let's see. Oh shit, I don't know what to do. What do I do? He's right. If we kick them out, they will just not come back and then you won't make any money. But if you, okay. But if you have the money, I mean, the money's good. We want money, but, oh boy, I just really don't know. That's kind of a tough one. Toughie for me. I kind of want to tell him to come back later just because I don't know what to choose, but I don't really know. Boy. We kick them out. My only concern is that he's right. What if they take over? Because if they take over, then we won't have the money anyway. The thing I'm concerned about isn't obviously his money. I am concerned more about my money. Yeah. I want to say, I just want to throw out there that I realized after I quit playing, last time I was playing this, that if I would have bought that chicken, I could have given it to my daughter as a pet. I didn't have the money. Otherwise, I would have bought the fucking chicken. But now I'm just like, I have to replay this now because I want to get Sonati the chicken. I think that she needed a black chicken for her hedgehog or something like that. She needed a saddle. So I wonder, I regret not having the money. Okay, let's say kick him out. I don't really know. You should protect your tavern before they take over. I imagine this will only get worse. You'll rebuild your business in no time, I'm sure. Good call, your grace, but how can I? I'm only a weak man. They have bodyguards who can take me out with one punch. Perhaps if you could send a general for a few weeks to help out. Fine. Okay, I'll send the general. He will make sure they don't bother you anymore. Thank you, your grace. Your grace, you shouldn't expect your share of the income for some time. I'm expecting the income to drop significantly. Fuck. Father, I was wondering if we could practice the sword fighting again, perhaps later in the gardens. You said we could do this again, Father. Very well, I had better keep my promise then. Go on, you can warm up without me. I will catch up with you in just a bit. Great, I'll see you in the gardens. Off she goes. I had better check up on her. All right. Let's go ahead and get down. We've already talked to our buddy there. I think actually the first thing we're going to want to do, regardless, is go hang out with our daughter. I do like, I like Azalea or whatever her name is supposed to be. Azalea. Oh, your grace. The fuck are you? Okay. Yes, Father? Who's this? I see you already found someone to practice with. Well, I'm not going to wait for you all day, am I? I haven't seen you before. Who are you? This is Maya. Remember when I sneaked out to the wedding party? The one you were supposed to not go to? Well, yes. Anyway, that's when I met Maya. We had fun at the wedding. I thought it would be nice if she came to visit. Your Grace? See? I can never get her. You're good with a sword. Who taught you to fight like this, Maya? My father is a swordsman. He showed me a few tricks. And he lets you play with swords? Maya says you need to be ready when the enemy strikes, and you never know when they will strike. Ha! That's what my father says. Your accent. Yeah, I got some bad feelings about this. I can't quite place your accent. You're not from around here, are you? Is she Radovian? My parents are from Baravaya. We're passing by and stopped in the capital for a couple of weeks. That's awfully far from here. Where are your parents now? They have business in the market. They let me venture around. Yes, they're traveling merchants, sort of. Maya was showing me some fancy sword tricks she learned on her journeys. Interesting, a tradesman who knows how to fight. I would love to meet your parents one day. Tell them they have my invitation. Thank you, Your Grace. I will pass on the invitation. They'll surely be happy to visit. Pleasure. Okay. The way this child is dressed, is it just me, or is this very, like... I don't know, I'm part of an invading army. Because I think this might be a Radovian child. I wanted to ask about Sidani. Looking at you two, I think I know why Sidani wants to stab people. Is there any chance that you've talked her into it? Oh, so you've heard about the stabber! Sorry, you have to yell it. Don't look at me. Sidani came up with the name. Sidani really wanted to practice with us, but to talk her out of it, we had to come up with something else she could do. You should be happy she's not running around with a real sword, Father. All right, I'll leave you to it. I will head off now. Don't cut yourselves. I will leave you to it. Just don't come screaming if you cut your fingers off. Thank you, Father. We won't. Does our daughter have a crush? I'm just saying, I think our daughter might, I think our daughter might be with this girl. I think her and Maya might be. I don't know. She's 13. Look, I'm just saying, at 13, things start to happening. I can't bear this place. Let me out. I didn't know. Blah, blah, blah. People get sick. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. We do not need any of that. It looks like we actually don't need to do anything, but I am going to go to the council chamber. I've been trying to figure out how I'm actually supposed to be doing this whole investigation thing. Also, we should go get stabbed. Why not? I like petting the stabber. All right, seek expert, question suspects. Yeah, we have that already. Who the hell would be an expert? Like, I don't know anyone who's an expert. Let's see. We invited Noexi. Let's invite Violet. Violet, maybe? Not sure. And we don't have a general, so we can't send anyone to anything. So I guess that's it. I'm not seeing any other options. I would love to go play with Sidani's The Stabber again, but maybe we should hold off on that. Let's hold off on the stables again, because right now we are currently in a space where we don't even have the general. The general is off dealing with this tavern shit. So we don't even have him right now. So I'm going to hold off on the stables just in case something comes through again that I think is worth buying. All right, week 17. All right. Ooh. Dear King of Davern, the western woods near Branca are not involved in your troubles. An uncommon object can lead you to the sinner. Be quick. Yours sincerely. This letter has no seal. What do you think of this, Audrey? Whoever sent this letter must have gone to great lengths to pay a scribe to write it. This must be important. We'd better send the general to the woods to see what the matter is. I have marked this location on your map for you, Grace. I'm assuming the tooth is what we are talking about. Your Grace, I hear y'all fight with a beast-faced. Beast-faced? We are preparing to battle with Radovia. You heard well. The name's Violet, or Violet, I don't know. My elders have fought the beast many years before me. I've heard they brought some Radovian dog here to your castle. They say you keep him in the dungeon. I want to help you with the nasty beasts. I'll give you men and resources, 3 gold and 150 army, in exchange for the red dog. No dog, no army. I cannot make it any simpler. Why do you need him? I'll teach him a lesson is all. I reckon we would make an example out of him. Show his dog brothers what happens when you step a little too far. That will keep him at bay. Sure, he's all yours. I really do not care. Do as you please, but spare me the details. Fantastic. I'll take it slow. Make sure he knows I'm there. Oh, one more thing, Your Grace. My deal is off the table if you ever help any of these dogs. Make no mistake about that. Your Grace, I have this animal tooth. I found this in my wine cellar. Can you tell me anything about it? Oh, that's a bit of a tooth. Is beautiful is all I can tell you, Your Grace. I'm sorry, I'm not much help. That's all. All right. All right. I have some thoughts here, and I'm very bad at spoiling things before I know that I'm spoiling them. And so I'm not going to share the suspicions that I have going on right now, but I do just want to say that I have a feeling very strongly that everything is very quickly about to change. I don't want to spoil it all. I'm so bad at saying that in games, and then it turns out it's correct. I call it both a blessing and a curse, and I don't know if it's ADHD or autism, but what are the two of these? I hear all the time other neurospicy individuals being like, yeah, I can tell the ending of things before it happens, and right now I'm just like, fuck, I think I know how this ends. Your Grace, Jonas Pirak here, a traveling merchant. I have a unique collectible item for you, a set of cards, but before you send me away, let me show you. You see, every card is depicted with an illustration of beautiful, exotic women. I know that the king may not approve of them, but she doesn't have to know. Only 12 gold. Jonas, is it? Let's ask about that. Why would I want to buy this? I recognize your name, Jonas. Yes, at your service. Why do you ask? Are you... Oh god, it's been a little bit since I played this. I always have some playtime between, like, my bulk records. I talk about this a lot. Why is this familiar? Am I supposed to imprison this person? I feel like maybe I am. Shit. Remember. Trying to think. I don't, maybe? Either way, okay, let's just keep him. I thought I recognized those gloves. You're going to my dungeon. I think I know someone who wants to talk to you. This is a misunderstanding. My name's Jotun. Yes, Jotun, not Jonas. We should probably invite Lady Masha and tell her we found her lost friend. Aha, okay. Let's actually just, can I just do that, like, right the hell now? Because I am afraid that I am going to forget that. No, I can't. I can't until I'm done with the petitioners. Okay, let's just... Lady Masha. Remember that, Amber. All right. Your Grace, I wanted to see you about my missing potatoes. Someone must have stolen them, and I think I know who it was. But they say only one request per visit, and it seems like I have a much bigger problem now. I come from afar, and by the time I traveled, I was very tired. I wanted to get some rest and sat in one of the fine chairs in the hall. I know I shouldn't have, but the gods have punished me already. I have sat down on some living pincushion. It was, oh no, it squeaked and I jumped right away. When I stood up, my bottom was all covered in spikes. Not only that, but I feel very ill, weak even. I fear the chair creature has poisoned me. What can I do? Stabber. The stabber? Oh no, it sounds very serious. I'm not sure what we can do here. I think I might have something that will help. Name's Elena, Your Grace. I know about brewing potions, and I can help with magical anomalies, diseases. I also dabble in healing wounds. A witch? Some may have called me that, although I prefer to see myself as a well-read woman. At your service. We could definitely use someone like this to help out our people, Your Grace. They would make, yeah, actually we said we needed a witch, so they would make a great addition to our roster of agents. What's the catch? What do you hope to gain from this? Of course, there's always something people want in return, right? I'm a simple woman. All I need is a roof over my head and something to eat. In return, I'm willing to lend your kingdom my aid in any supernatural problems. I just want to help people. Thank you. Welcome to our castle in that case. It's my honor, Your Grace. I will always be able to help during the battle if you need me. Sweet. Sadani won't be happy about the stabber. I'd better let her know. I'll see if you have any useful books in your council chamber, Your Grace. You will be able to see the expenses for the witch in the weekly summary, Your Grace. We can pay her whenever we needed her. That's great. Your Grace, Pendle, our village has been raided. They were men dressed in red and black, and a beast's head pierced by a spear on their banners. That's a Radovian army for certain, Your Grace. This means they're getting closer to us. Or perhaps they're just teasing us. Teasing? People being killed, maimed, and enslaved is just teasing? Your Grace, it didn't look like an entire battalion. It must have been a small squad. Send us your men. We can fight back. You're clearly emotional, but we have to look at the bigger picture here. If we fight them off, they certainly will get angry and fight back with even more force. We don't want to start the battle early. Got a point. And tolerating their attacks may encourage them to carry out more. Your Grace, you have to do something about this. We can't let them trample our lands. Unfortunately, the general is not here. I can't do anything. But we're going to give you supplies. If I send supplies your way, at least the rest of who have survived can move out of the village, come closer to the castle. These are difficult times. You need to stay out of sight. Don't go outside after dark and have someone patrolling the area at all times. Is that all, Your Grace? We're just told to let them do whatever they want and run away from them. That's nonsense. It's for the best, believe me. Fine, Your Grace. We will relocate as soon or as close to the castle as possible. Eee. That didn't give me any favor, and I just wasted a shit ton of supplies, so... Your Grace, we hear of an upcoming battle. The perfect time for us to gain some coin, and an opportunity for you to get some help. We're mercenaries, 22 skilled men at your disposal, for only 16 gold. What do you say? Oh, shoot. Okay, This is actually tough for me. I don't really know if this is a good idea or not. The thing is, we have money, but we also don't have much. And we're not going to get money from the tavern for a while. But at the same time, 22 men is not a lot, but if they're mercenaries... Otherwise, they're just going to join the Radovian army, I guess. So, I guess, here's the gold. Make sure your men are ready for battle. Thank you, Your Grace. You won't be disappointed. Nervous about this. All right, Masha. Masha. Okay. So we have talked to Masha. Okay. That makes sense. Maybe I just don't remember. Unfortunately, I didn't go back and watch the other videos I made before this, and I really should have.